Hi everybody, it's Lady Stars and Fire here. I just want to come out real fast. I have to come out and just be honest with you. I've been getting a download from Spirit for like on and off over the last 20 hours. And actually, while it's been very full of unconditional love and a lot of peace, let's face it, I'm a Leo. Let's face it, I'm a Leo and I'm an Indigo. My job is a warrior. I know exactly who and what I'm here for. I know that my job is to come out and kick in the doors and say that this will not be acceptable anymore. I know that my job is to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. But what I'm about to say isn't about me. So what I'm saying is while I know I'm a Leo, I'm a lion and I know how to roar. So it may not exactly sound peaceful, what I'm about to say, but it's to help us get over the hump, basically. We talk about being light workers. We talk about rising to the higher consciousness or consciousnesses. We talk about going into the higher dimensions and understanding them. We talk about, if you want to put it that way, my religion is love. We talk about being and understanding unconditional love. We talk about our religion and who and what we are is about kindness. Now, we've come so far, and there's much to be proud of. Yes, but there's still so much farther that we need to go. And it takes a light worker. It's like they say, sometimes it takes one to know one. So, it takes a light worker to know when we're not being proper light workers. As they like to say, stepping up to the plate. We talk about higher consciousness. We talk about kindness. We talk about unconditional love. We talk about all of these things that are bringing us closer to the oneness. We put memes out all over media, social media everywhere, saying that we understand what this is and that we're moving forward and we're coming into the oneness and the world is starting to vibrate higher and that you should vibrate higher, and the higher you vibrate, the better your manifestation is, and blah, 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 because that's exactly what it is. If you are too busy being the light worker, that you're not actually being the light worker. It's like they say, sometimes life gets in the way of life. Sometimes we're too busy doing the job that we've missed the job. Now, I'm choosing to make this video because I'm using it on things that I fucked up on. I'm not putting myself down. It's a learning experience. But I'm putting it out there to help others learn from my experience, because I know that you can understand. You've been there. You've felt what I'm about to talk about. And you know the difference. Like I said, we have come so far. So many of us have awakened. So many of us are enlightening and we're evolving and we're moving up. But we can't spend all of our time talking about the higher consciousness, talking about those higher dimensions, talking about kindness and unconditional love when we're not really firmly understanding it or doing the job properly. The other day I was driving down the road with my friend and an ambulance went flying by. Well, that happens, right? I mean, it happens from time to time. That's what an ambulance is there for. It's meant to go help people that are in need. Right? When in my ear I hear Spirit say, see, what you're supposed to be doing right now is sending healing. It doesn't matter where that ambulance is going. It doesn't matter who that ambulance is going to or what it was about or if they were a good or bad person. It doesn't matter. It's the people who work, with the ambulance, with the hospitals and stuff. Yes, they're the ones that are actually physically going. But for those of us who have risen into the higher consciousness, we already know how important energy is. We already know how powerful energy is. We know the healing we are capable of. So that's what Spirit was saying. You have the power to help. Why aren't you? We're too busy being light workers. We're too busy being of a higher consciousness. We're too busy having conversations about where we're trying to be that we're not necessarily being what we are trying to be. It didn't matter where it was going. All that mattered was that you were being of unconditional love. That was the key. That was the point Spirit was trying to get through to me. And other day, I'm having lunch with my girlfriend, and we'll leave it at that. We're just having lunch. And in fact, we were having conversations about psychic energy, psychic abilities, ourselves, the higher consciousness. When one of my own signs as a medium, because I'm learning to get to where I am meant to just walk up to people as a medium and help people. But I'm still learning what all of my specific signs are. But I know one of my signs that showed up was telling me it was time for me to go talk to someone. And I didn't. I even told the girlfriend who I'm having lunch with, I'm supposed to go talk to them. But I don't know what I'm supposed to say. See, because I've had this problem in the past where I'm like, if I don't really know or feel or get enough of the information from the Spirit of what it is I'm supposed to say, I fight with it because that's a problem within myself, of my own self-belief of who and what I can be. I'm freaking know already better than this. So I didn't say anything. I didn't go talk to them. We knew the person had not the most healthiest of energy. In fact, we could feel that the energy was bad. Well, of course it was fucking bad. It was bad energy. Why else would I be being told to go talk to them? It wasn't that it was bad energy. It wasn't that it was negative energy. It was fucking energy of suffering. I wasn't meant to go help them. I wasn't meant to go and be a healer. I wasn't being told to go heal them and try to fix their life. No, I misunderstood the message. I was being told kindness. You can tell the person's suffering. Doesn't matter why. No. All I was supposed to do was go over and be honest. Hey, I know this may sound weird. I'm a medium and you may not believe in that. But somebody on the other side is just asking me to check and say, are you okay? Smile and let them know that somebody out there cares. That might have made their whole day. That might have turned their whole day around. I was a freaking coward about it. Because I didn't understand what I was supposed to do. Now, see, I forgive myself because that was a learning experience. Do not do that again. I am not here to fix everyone, and neither are all the rest of you. It's a message about us learning. The vibrational shift has risen. And so will we, again and again and again. We've come a long way, but there's so much further to go. And when you know that what you speak, you must learn to walk your walk, talk your talk. This is all part of being a light worker. You cannot choose which ones are good and bad for you. Light workers are not meant to put their hands over their eyes when things are negative because it's harmful, because it hurts. No, your job is to shine light on the darkness. That's it. To shine light on the darkness. That doesn't mean for you to go out and try to heal everybody. No. And that doesn't mean for those who have harmed you to allow them to continue to. That doesn't mean for people who've come back into your life simply because they need a bandaid to make them feel better to be that bandaid. No. But it does mean that you can be honest about it and say, I understand exactly what you're going through. I understand you have difficult problems right now, and I'm sorry that you are, but I am not going to be your band-aid because I love myself, and if I don't love myself first, then I can't rise to where I'm supposed to be. Being a light worker has nothing to do with ignoring the darkness. If you're ignoring the darkness, and if you're ignoring the negativity, then you're not a fucking light worker. You're a goddamn coward. I'm sorry. I said I'm an indigo. My job is to get in there and kick out the door and say this is not acceptable anymore. If you are going to say that you are this, if you are going to start to speak about the consciousness, if you are going to start to talk about being kind, you need to be kind. You're going to get hurt. I promise you. You're going to. You have to learn to wield your sword and know when to cut away to nourish yourself and when to cut away because you're helping others. It's not about fixing them. It's just about shining light in the darkness and letting those who are suffering now, we see you. I can't necessarily fix you, but I'm here to listen. Because that might have been enough to help that person come out of their suffering, or at least steer them in the right direction. It wasn't my job to fix that person. We were at a coffee shop. It was my job simply to say, hey darling, are you okay? And if they needed to talk, be there. And then wield my sword to cut away the energy, because then I would be done with it. You don't hide from the energy. Energy transforms and transmutates. So it's not, even if it's negative energy, it's not that it can't be transformed. It is not necessarily your job to try to transform it, but it is your job to understand the energies you are dealing with and to not close your eyes and turn away and choose to only have kindness and unconditional love for who you want. It's called unconditional love. You know why? Because it's unfucking conditional. We don't understand love. We understand the definition. We understand the idea. We're very perplexed about it because truthfully, we can't comprehend that. It's of a higher consciousness that we have not yet been able to capably stand up into. I'm not telling you to not protect yourself. By all means, protect yourself. Wield your sword properly. But you can't not do your job while you're talking about doing your job. I love you. We still have a long way to go. And like I said, when you know that you should be at least saying, are you okay? Then frickin' do it. Does it waste that much more time? I love you guys. Bye.